All right, welcome back. I'm going to introduce you to the classroom and some of the procedures for our room. Now, we have a really special room here. This is the band room, and to be right honest with you, I believe it is the biggest classroom in the entire school district. Here at Alameda Middle School, in the band room, the biggest classroom in the entire district. So, we're pretty lucky to have such a great room, and we need to take care of it this year. But I'm going to kind of talk to you about some of the expectations and take you on a visual tour, and then maybe after I'm done, your sub will let you kind of walk around and you can see where things go for just a minute, okay? So, let's talk about the beginning of the day. This is the door that you will come through. This is the front door of the band room, and you can get here through the cafeteria, or you can get here through the gym, up those stairs or down these stairs and through the cafeteria and into the band room. It doesn't take very long to get here, but it is a little bit of a jaunt from the rest of the school, so you have to make sure you hustle a little bit to get back and forth to your classes so that you're not late. You'll get better at it as you go. But when you enter the classroom, you need to come in with a good working attitude and not silly, because we have a lot of valuable equipment in this room and we don't want it to be damaged at all. So please make sure that you notice that our room is a valuable room and we want to take care of it. So running, jumping, throwing yourself or things in the room is very unacceptable. And if you do that often, you'll find yourself with consequences in my classroom. So be careful with that. Notice that room back here is the room, or the door, sorry, that goes up the back stairs and out into the back of the school. And that's where we will do fire drills. You'll see the sign up there. It says for fire drills, go to the 25-yard line if you're in my class. So be aware of that, but you stand at that door and wait till I give you instruction of what to do when we're having a fire drill. Okay? Once you've grabbed your instrument, which might either be housed in these lockers right here. These instrument lockers here are for saxophones and for trumpets. And I'll show you where the trombone lockers and the flute and clarinet lockers are. They're over on this side of the room. And you'll see, oops, that one's a French horn locker. Sorry about that. Here's a flute and a clarinet locker. They have a little bit smaller slots because they don't take up as much space. And the trombone lockers are right over here next to them. They're a little bit bigger and take up a little bit more space. So you'll see how there are difference in sizes, and that's where you'll find your instrument. You can locate them every day. Remember that a locker, though, is not your locker. A locker belongs to the school. If you have your instrument in one locker one day and you come back the next day and somebody's put their stuff in there, you'll have to find a different locker. It is not your locker to keep for the year. We share these lockers with everybody. So if you find somebody's in your spot, find a different spot to put your instrument if you don't want to share, okay? The next thing that you'll need to know is you'll need to look at the board, either this board or there should be a board there, hopefully soon, and it will have listed on the board each day what you're going to do in class. And if you do that, you'll find out, you'll see exactly what you need for the day. So you'll need your instrument obviously every day and your book every day. But if you're a percussionist, you might say that you need to make sure you have a set of timpani mallets, because you might be playing the timpani, which are the big drums back there. We'll take you on a little bit of more of a tour here in a second, percussionists, okay? And you'll see also in this room that you'll see we have two other rooms. These are called practice rooms. And right now they're just stored with music stands, and I'll get those out soon. And in these rooms, you can come in and practice in the mornings or after school or at lunchtime, and use those spaces wisely. You may not run around and play in those rooms. They're special rooms for practicing only if you want some time alone and by yourself before or after school or during free time. We also have some special chairs. You'll see that they're all kind of stacked right now. They look way different than regular classroom chairs. Those are regular classroom chairs right there. These are our special musician chairs, and we've got them special just so They'll help with posture as we're sitting and performing our instruments, and they're very expensive chairs, and I want you to take very good care of them. We're really lucky to have them. A lot of schools don't have them, but we have them here because I've made a request for them, so we need to take care of them so we can keep them for years to come. We also have music stands, and there's a proper use for a music stand, and that's to, what do you think? Yep, that's right, hold music. And the only thing you can put on this music stand is your pencil and your music. Notice how I have stuff on mine? My music and my pencil. And when you come into class, that's what it's for. The music stands are not to be stood on or used as weapons or anything like that. They are to be just used for your music and your pencil. So take very good care of those. When you come into class and then you get your instrument together, you will notice that you can sit down and you can begin to play. And the only thing though that I want you to be aware of is when we're first starting out, you can damage your instrument really, really badly by just being kind of irresponsible with your instrument. So I want you to make sure that you are really careful about how you play your instrument, and maybe wait to, sorry about that. Maybe wait to set up that instrument and play that instrument when you know what you're doing. I don't want any loud sounds that create chaos and havoc in the classroom. I don't want my hearing to go bad. I'd like to teach band until I'm 60 years old, and I'm not quite there yet. So you need to make sure that you take care of my hearing as well as everybody else's in the room too. When we begin class, you'll notice that I really, really will expect you to listen, to learn, and to play when I ask you to play. That means no pecking. What is pecking? Pecking means you're playing your instrument when the teacher's talking, or even doing something like this is pecking. Yeah, we don't want any of that stuff going on when there's supposed to be learning going on or listening going on. So be careful with that. Make sure that you clean up at the end of every class. Put away everything. Swab out your instruments if you're a flute or clarinet or a saxophone. Drain your spit valves, trumpets. That's your spit valve right there. Just release it and blow a little air through it at the end of the rehearsal, and put your instrument away in the case and into a locker. If you plan on taking your instrument home every day, that's great. I would love it if you did that. You can leave it in one of the lockers till the end of the day, pick it up here, and go right out to the bus stop or wherever you're going to meet your parents, and you can go home from there. From here, this would probably be your last stop on the way to home or to the bus stop. But remember, also at the end of class, you are not excused from the classroom until the bell rings or until I release you. I will release you, and then the bell will release you from the doorway. You're not allowed to go into the cafeteria or up the stairs into the gym by ever, any day at all, because if you do, there will be consequences to pay. Not only will you get in trouble with me, but you'll get in trouble through the office and through the cafeteria and through the PE people. So stay in the classroom till the bell rings. I will release you, obviously, before the bell rings, because you'll need to have some time to put your instruments away before that bell rings. All right, you can pause here.